because me and my sister do, but mostly woke perspective. So I'm Shaun.
And I'm Shatara. Hey, y'all. Hey.
So, y'all, everybody has heard about this. First of all, I didn't know who Sherrone Moore was until I heard what he was doing out here in Michigan. So he was the head football coach at the University of Michigan up until maybe a couple of days ago. So he learned he had been fired from his position for an inappropriate relationship. Come to find out, he was hanging out with one of his young assistants, getting it in with her, having relations with her. So, of course, this young woman went and told her superiors. And after this was done, he was fired from the school. And, instead of getting on, LinkedIn or getting his resume together, he goes over to her house because Becky told on him. So he goes over to her house. And get this. This is allegedly. All of this is allegedly. So allegedly, he barged up into the spot, come up in a place,
Kick in the door.
and went to, I guess, the kitchen, to the kitchen drawers, and pulled out a butter knife and held her in the corner with the butter knife before turning the butter knife on himself and threatened to kill himself and make her watch. Basically, blaming her. Becky, it's all your fault. I done lost my job, and now I'm gonna take myself out. So it's so anyway, he's facing felony charges, 3rd-degree home invasion, misdemeanor charges. He posted the bail, $25,000. So it sounds like he's home back with his other Becky, his wife, with their 3 kids. And allegedly, the wife called and said that he was threatening to take his life again, which, when you think about it, he was set up to receive $12.3 million in a salary over the next 3 years. That was his contract, paid whether he
won or not,
whether they won games or not.
Guaranteed.
So now he's out of a job. So what do you
guaranteed? That's what I say about my comedy.
Guaranteed no
good
more.
Time guaranteed. I can guarantee you a good time. You see me sip. I was spinning my cup of tea because I was like, "Ooh, he's in the sunken place. He is in the sunken.
He looked like it too. You see the pictures, like he definitely.
That brother just went on down. So what they say, he fumbled the bag. Hey, he had already been with a white woman before, and
a white woman.
You were that white woman, and. This is all alleged, but what really got me was the butter knife. And I was like, I could look at that and be like, well, fucking with a white woman got you with a butter knife in the kitchen talking about you're going to take somebody's life. Look at you. You're not even moving right. You're not moving right. Do you know your ancestors? See what I'm saying here? See what I'm saying? Do you know your history, sir? Do you know that the people, the triumphant history you come from? And
I don't know. I could tell by the way he wore his hat, his baseball, his cap.
You can tell? I can usually tell by the haircut. That's usually I can tell. Sometimes I can look at your cut and I'd be like, yeah.
Haircut was right. He had you saw it in his facial hair. Like, there were pictures like, okay, that was all right. But the way he wore that hat to me,
nah,
that he was corn.
He was tricky.
Plenty of corn chips.
Sometimes I can look at a dude's hairline and I can be like, ooh, that's that I got a white woman at home gumbo. And because I can just tell the difference. That's that Brian Gumble. That's that. You know what I'm saying? You ever just look at the cut or same, yeah. Sometimes Black girls have that way too, where it'd be like, you don't even know how to do your own hair. I just be looking a little sideways, like, you don't even know how to do your hair. Like, ooh, you ain't right. But anyway, so in his case, this is disappointing. I'm sorry to hear this. There was a podcast where the gentlemen were talking about how did they not learn anything from Shannon Sharp? Did they not learn anything from?
Evidently, no.
They just named so many like Black men in Hollywood that are being dragged through the mud and taken to the bank on behalf
Becky went and told, and allegedly there was some domestic violence claims that she had made, and she went to her bosses. She went to her bosses.
How you getting hit and you the side piece? You're supposed to rise from the ashes and be like, hit your wife, don't hit me. I'm not here for this. Y'all, I'm just playing. I don't, this is all just terrible.
Wish him well, and we learn some lessons.
A butter knife, though?
That's what I was like, for real?
If that ain't coming through with a Fisher Price.
What you should have been is on your computer looking for another job. That's what you should have been. Back on that laptop. So Indeed or something.
You're not monetizing your right. Shit. At what once he realized he lost all that money, I mean, he thought he could do both.
He
He
went
really
stir crazy. He really did.
he thought
I,
you know
like,
what?
what's she gonna do?
What was Nia Long's ex-man who was messing with the Becky at
Uduko, Udoko, and that's the.
and that's the other part, and he lost his shit too.
Then you look. I'm like, to each his own. To each his own. But if you're gonna do all of that, let me see 5 star better. Like, oh,
Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. That's all.
don't look like she's auditioning for Fargo. Remember that movie Fargo?
But then there's a meme and it shows like a whole bunch of black women and it has like his mugshot and it says like black women are saying we gonna mind our business on this one. Like
Yeah.
don't come hailing over here now. Don't you do it, Jamie Foxx. Don't you do it.
All the black women
Mm-mm.
like, I don't speak English. I don't speak.
My team. He I feel like for him to come in the house with a butter knife after all that was like going to rob the bank with a Fisher Price BB gun. Like, put your hands up. Like, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere and stop, if
Oh,
that
like
ain't
the doctor coming over with the game of Operation. Remember Operation?
oh, that should have give you a little heart attack when you
Give you,
drop the kidneys inside. Remember the
give
kidneys?
you all kind of anxiety. Like, Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
This point
In
now.
other news, this is a whammy here. I
What
mean, but really, what does it mean? So,
Mm.
there's rumor that John Travolta is raising Elvis Presley's heir or his grandson. So basically, let me see if I can explain this.
Mhm.
Priscilla Presley is being sued by her former business associate, this woman, right? Who's
Got it.
actually suing Priscilla Presley and her son. She got a son named Navarone or whatever. So
What's the name? Navarone?
Navarone. Yeah.
Okay. That's a big
So
one.
in the lawsuit, this Priscilla Presley, which we know is Elvis Presley, they have a child together and blah blah blah. So Priscilla Presley's former friend in her lawsuit, she drops all of this information about this conversation that she had with this attorney that said that Riley Keough, who is Elvis Presley's granddaughter,
Mhm.
right? And she was actually in, I'm trying to think what movie she was in, because she's been in a couple of movies. She was in the Mad Max, like the remake. She was one of the girls that was held prisoner. In any case, and
Mhm.
she's been in some movies.
Okay.
But Riley Keough is the actual mother, or she donated her eggs so that Elvis Presley and his wife, the late Kelly Preston, could have the youngest son. So they have a son together that's 15 years old, Benjamin, who
So
was
John
who was
Travolta.
born after Elvis Presley's. Remember that he had a son that passed away that
Oh.
in the I think in the Bahamas he passed away. So after that, then Elvis Presley. Listen to this.
John
John Travolta
Travolta.
and his wife, they had another child.
Okay.
Right. And if I remember, at least what I remember, Kelly Preston, she did carry this child, but it sounds like it wasn't from her egg. So that's this thing that just came out. So basically, the child that John Travolta is now raising as a single father, because Kelly Preston passed away from cancer some years back.
Wow.
But this child is actually would be Elvis Presley's grandson.
The boy is mine.
Or it's be his great grandson, because Riley Keough is Elvis Presley's granddaughter.
So the
Her
baby
mother
came out.
is what's the Presley that just passed away, that was married to Michael Jackson. Listen to all of this. We gonna need a chart to put this all together.
I feel like Jason Bourne.
Connect the dots. In
I
any
don't know.
case,
Okay. So
it's all alleged. It's all, but highly controversial. Would you say?
That's like out of nowhere. Like, really? How long they were doing that back in the day? Like that? They were.
So allegedly, Kelly Preston said she didn't. At first, it was going to be Priscilla Presley's eggs, but she didn't want heroin eggs because Priscilla Presley had some issues with drugs, so she didn't want the heroin eggs. So
and that's how the
best thing would be the granddaughter.
And that's when Elvis.
No, was it Priscilla Presley, or what's the one that passed away? Priscilla Presley's daughter, the one that was married to Michael Jackson. What's her name?
I forgot. I don't know. I'm sorry. I just know Priscilla Presley.
No, you don't. You really know.
I'm just saying the name. You don't tell me no, you don't. I'm just saying the name.
I know, right? Ooh, we terrible. Anyway,
that's the name.
That's the T.
And that's how Elvis Presley came up when the song "You Ain't Nothing But a Hound Dog."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Who's trying to use my egg? He ain't nothing but a hound dog."
Not his eggs, it's his
Exactly.
granddaughter's eggs.
Like, right,
That
it's
was
not his
interesting.
egg.
I thought that was interesting. That's what I guess they was doing that. I guess they do that.
That's what I was saying. Like, how long ago was that though? Like, wow.
Mhm. Well, 15 years. He's 15 years old now. Benjamin's 15 years old.
And
So the only
Elvis,
thing I'm gonna say is I remember Kelly Preston, that is Elvis John Travolta's wife. But
yeah.
you remember her in the video? Beauty queen of only 18. She had some
Oh yes.
trouble with.
God, she was the mother.
She was the one
Oh,
having the affair,
full
remember?
blooded. Oh,
I
that was
know for
that
my
video and song was such a good little piece of
I
drama.
don't mind spending every
Every
day
day, what's out
out
in
on
the
a
corner in
corner
the
in the
pouring
pouring
rain.
rain.
That is our shit.
Look
Woo!
what it got. Maroon 5. So she was in the video. That was Kelly Preston. The late Kelly Preston was in that
Man,
video.
that girl looked over and was like, "Are you
She
looking at my mother?"
will
Remember, she
be right.
stuck. Like,
Yep.
what?
Yeah,
What
he
did I
turned
just?
her out, or she turned him out. One of them in the video.
Woo! That was a good song of drama. Hey y'all, hey. Guess what, y'all? Please follow That's What I'm Saying in your podcast app and turn on automatic downloads. It's free and it tells the apps that people are listening. We need that, y'all. And it helps us continue to make the show for the Twist Pod fam.
Yeah, and also, y'all, we are everywhere. So our podcast home is on Acast, but you can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, pretty much wherever you get your podcasts, you can listen to us. And if you want to be a sponsor or maybe you want to be a guest on the show, I have a question for the Weekend Z Report, then go to our link tree. That's linktree/twistpod. Just scroll to the bottom and get in contact with us. You can send us an email or you can leave us a voicemail message. Also, you can follow us on Instagram at twistpod. Get into our DMs. So, all right, fam.
All right, speaking of good song of drama,
Mhm.
our friend Trey Songz here.
That's
He was
not my
arrested.
friend. Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up, old girl.
It's your
Nope.
birthday. Open wide. He was arrested again in New York City. Yeah,
Damn.
he's been fighting. He's been rumbling, tumbling. So I'm reading through this whole
He's
thing.
on that all my life. Yeah, I don't know
Right.
what's going on. Tremaine.
Mischief, misdemeanor, assault allegations, felony criminal account. Let's see. Sunday, he was in the city. He was right on East 34th Street, Myra Mediterranean Hookah Lounge. Of all places, he's at a hookah lounge,
What
and
was
him
he?
and Drew get into a scuffle, and
Mhm.
he damaged the equipment, the sofas. It almost makes it sound like he turned into the Tasmanian devil while he was in there.
That's what they make it sound like, right?
Like, what? Did you know Trey Songz? He's 41 years old.
remember
Tremaine, what you doing over there, Tremaine?
I remember back in the day when when I was doing the going out a lot, but I would see him like he would be out, like DC, Virginia area, but he was a little scruffy. I say that. And then come to find out like, oh, that he could sing. Like he would
Mhm.
he would sing for people.
Right.
But so now it's just funny to see like that's the Trey songs they used to,
Let me
be
say,
out
yeah. Yeah,
outside trying to get into the clubs.
and he's all grown now. And not only is he in the club, he's damaging the club.
Is he? How's he look?
So
I haven't seen him.
Trey Songz, I think he still looks good, but he's grown up to be a nice young man. The only thing is
He got
that
them cornrows still?
he's had quite a few scuffles. So he got into a scuffle with the police in Kansas City for one of the playoff games. Then he got into it with the police again, and he was kicked out in a casino in DC. Then he had some trouble in Detroit. The microphone was shut off, and he had this big disturbance going on. And then I don't know if you remember, he was accused of like rape. So I'm looking at all these little. They're just saying like
Well,
he's had his
remember, Kiki
women all over.
Palmer had said she didn't say it was rape, but she said that he had filmed her without her knowledge during some
Uh-huh.
sort of music video in a sexually suggestive or compromising position, and then he threatened her something, and she was very vocal about that. Kiki Palmer was very
Uh-huh.
vocal about Trey Songz and just the treatment that she got and the intimidation
Huh.
afterward when I guess she wanted to go public with his behavior, what he was doing, something about a video of
I
her.
remember that with her. And then I remember there's been quite a few accusations of sexual assault and misconduct, including rape, over several years. So I feel like it's been consistent. Like I would say like maybe 3 times he was accused of rape.
Mm.
And then I always think about Mystical. Like
Oh, yeah.
Mystical went to jail and came out. And
Is he out?
yeah, I think he's out now. And I think his
Oh,
son is rapping now.
oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, getting into trouble. What's going on here? What's happening here?
I don't know, man. Just not being able to keep their hands to themselves.
Yeah, that's I didn't like to hear that. That was just like,
Mhm.
"What now?" Also with the "what now?" So we're still talking about this, I wanna say the Diddy documentary. It's still all the
Mhm.
talk. One of the kids I work with, so funny, he just randomly was like, "The Diddy documentary," and we probably like the only black people in the class, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, "That's our news." Like, these people ain't thinking nothing about that. Like, and by the way, what you know about the Diddy
Oh
documentary?
my gosh, how old
What's
was
the Diddy
he?
documentary?
Really, they're watching it?
Too probably parents watched it, too young to know, but he'd let you know like what's happening in my house this evening. Like they watched the Diddy documentary. So Fat Joe has spoken out about his run-in with Puffy over the years, and just say, let me just tell you what he said. He said, I used to roll with Diddy. He was my homie, but I stopped messing with him after one night in his studio apartment while we were making music. This guy started complimenting me, saying I look nice with my chain and even asked if he could touch it. Of course, I said, no, nobody in the streets lets anyone snatch their chain. We were drinking and working on music. And out of nowhere, he said, yo, Fat, I'd eat that red bone ass up. I packed,
Oh, oh, oh.
I, hold on, let me tell you what Fat, it was a dark and stormy night. Fat Joe said, I packed my stuff up and left immediately without saying a word. I don't hang with people like that. I'm
Oh,
opening
he's
up
talking
now.
about his Fat Joe's red bone ass.
I'm
Oh, I thought
opening up
a
now
girl
because
was there or
it's clear
something.
this guy was seriously sick out of his head. Yeah. So Joe has let it go, Joe. Let it go, Joe. let him know. So he just said he's just now coming out because it's clear
Because
that.
everybody is. Everybody has a Diddy story.
But that one was like, really? Like that's what he
Oh,
said.
I thought that Fat Joe was saying that because a woman, like a red bone was in the room. That's what I thought. But now as I'm listening, like,
No.
no,
No.
no,
Puffy
you the
was
red bone,
Puffy was
you Fat
flirting.
Joe.
He was flirting. He said, "Can I touch your chain?" Puff is a real flirt, ain't he though?
Oh my
He
gosh.
said, he said, "No real man lets nobody touch their chain."
Oh my gosh. Whew.
Oh, that's how you flirt for real. He said, "I'd eat that red." Really? Oh,
Man, it's not the fact that, obviously it's a lot of gay stuff, but it's just like you real hamburglar with it. You real
robble, 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 robble. He's a hamburger.
the hamburglar.
Do you remember when McDonald's used to have like the play zone with like all the characters?
Yes, and if you see it now, you know how scary that shit look.
I know. Those were the days.
Go
Oh, we'll
ahead.
get to that. Yeah. So, oh man. So it just made me think like he's a flirt. Like that's how he.
Amongst other things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Ugh.
Look at you. I thought you were talking about a red bone in the. No, he's talking about.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, oh, yeah, get up out of there. Take your red bone ass home. Get up out of there. Get out.
See, I thought there was a female in the studio. No, it was a fat man sitting by the name of Joe
A fat red bone man.
by the keyboard with a long chain on. And Puffy said, "I likes your chain.
Oh,
Can I touch
ooh.
your chain?"
Jangalang, jangalang.
Jingle, jingle. You gonna eat your cornbread? Cause I'll eat that ass up. That's what he said. Right on up.
From the rooter to the tutor. Whew.
Woo! Woo!
All right.
He said, "You have
Speaking of
relations."
from the rooter to the tutor, did you hear this whole the Jay Z Ray J?
Mm.
Look, say prayers for Ray J because he's not all the way. Everything ain't in the box where it need to be. But he's made some allegations that Diddy took his butt. Did you hear that part? He said it. He said Diddy took his butt.
Look at me
I,
step.
I don't. Maybe you missed that part.
No, I just heard Fat Joe said that.
No, Ray J. He and so supposedly he clarified the story, but I don't know how he clarified it. But he said that, yeah, he said that that's what he said, that he was his behind was taken by Diddy. He said it. Now I don't know why is that a joke, but and to be honest, Orlando Brown been saying that. Remember Orlando? He went a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs himself, but Orlando Brown said the same thing. Orlando, what's the actor from? Come on now, come
Which one?
on,
Come
huh?
on. You don't which one?
Orlando.
Oh, he lost his mind. He be talking crazy.
A little bit, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
funny though. He be like, "You
Orlando
wanna
Brown,
charge us
yeah.
for fruits and vegetables?"
He was a little off of it, but he's been done said that.
Oh,
So here go Ray J saying, I don't know. I don't know how true it is,
right.
allegedly, but that's what was said.
Well, Ray J was recently out on, live saying that he was desperate and he needed fans to come to his aid, that he has nothing but his phone and, the clothes on his back, and he's having some, financial woes happening, and he's hitchhiking, and, he's trying to pitch a hitchhiking show, and everybody's like, what's going on over here with Ray J?
I don't know. I mean, this is
Is he doing it for the gram?
let's be for real. I mean, the only way you can explain that is it's drugs. It looks like it. And I'm not putting that on, and I don't think it's a secret though. But his behavior is so erratic. It's scary. So I don't know if he's just doing it for the gram. I think it's a little
Ooh.
more now.
But you know what I think of? I'm thinking of Jay-Z's song. I feel like he's in love with the allure. So much so that he's doing any and everything to stay in some sense of fame in the limelight.
But that's how you do it. Like you don't have to do it like that.
Listen, and this is how he grew up. Like I say, he's lacking so many of these like social skills and awareness. He's lacking so much of it, and it just shows. And then that personal piece, like you don't got it. He ain't wrapped too tight.
Yeah, that's what I
Anyway,
said. Everything ain't in the box.
yeah, sorry to hear that. But it's quarter zips and matcha tea. So I was showing you this trend with these kids.
Yeah, could you break it down for me because
It's
this
quarter zips
this
and
is
matcha.
out of my age group, so I
Basically,
don't know what's
so
going on.
basically, these two young black gentlemen, they went viral because they were saying like they're not wearing the Nike tech suits anymore. Like it's quarter zips, which is the sweater, which is quarter zip, and they're
Okay.
drinking matcha tea like it's a lifestyle. So really, it went viral, and everybody is hashtagging it. And again, this is I want to say the YNs turn nice, sophisticated, more polished, and
Yeah.
I love that us people we use the YN term. Like it's between us.
I
It's
know,
between us.
right?
You know what I mean? It's between us. This is us. We use that, the YN.
It's a
So
term of endearment.
you know what I mean? Yeah, they're polishing up, and they've gone viral with it, and I like it. I like it. What do they say? Young kings, y'all are doing your thing. It's like they're pulling up their pants and they're going for a more sophisticated, polished looks. Like we got educations over here. Like we trying to fight the game with college degrees. Like with their little matcha tea. Like we got our our computers, and we're trying to start companies. It's just a whole nother mind frame that they're
So
showing you.
what I think is so funny though
So
is
cute.
like that look that I mean they're calling it quarter zips, but to me like that was a look back in the 90s. Like
So
everybody, when Expressmen opened it up, it opened it wide up, and that was the look. Like I
now,
remember back in the day, my boyfriend back in the day, that was the look. You did that, so it's cute that they've discovered it, but that's
so I'm
old.
thinking Kanye. I'm thinking Kanye had a nice little a tight, sweaters.
And that was in the 2000s, so even then,
Right.
but I'm talking about 90s. I
Okay.
remember that
If
look.
if you go back
Expressmen
to Express Men, but even if you go way back before then, I'm thinking of like Kwame, Polka
and
Dot.
merry-go-round for those that know. Remember merry-go-round?
What was that? That was a store in Garden State Plaza.
That was a store back way back in the day.
Well, back in the day, if you think of high top fades, house party, it was button up shirts, pants, belts, hard bottom shoes. Shit, our
Yeah,
granddaddy wore high bottom
the
shoes.
look is back, but I don't think it's ever left. I
Yeah.
thought that's a look, but
Okay.
kudos to the young the YNs that have discovered it. Now,
Well,
Matcha on the other hand,
uh,
that shit tastes like grass. I don't know. I don't understand people that drink that. So that is definitely an aesthetic that I don't subscribe to
but
because
it's kind of like
that shit
people just
tastes so nasty.
it's going with the whole look of like having like a coffee and a latte. I mean,
No,
it's
and
just
it's like saying, you know what? I
I'm better.
like to lick the ground outside and
Damn,
play with
come
the dirt,
on.
but instead of that, I'm gonna have a matcha.
It's like a chew grass.
I am like a cow and I like to chew cud, but
No,
on this occasion, I think I'm just gonna have a matcha.
it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad. I've
I
had it
don't
a few
know.
times.
I'm
It's not that bad.
not the craziest about it. And then on top of that, I'm like, sometimes you'll see it and it looks this bright green, and like that's not the color what matcha is. That's not what it
It
come
ain't
like.
nothing but the powder they put in there. It ain't nothing but the powder.
It's like dirt. So how does it get to glow in the dark like that? I don't even understand it. But y'all know. So okay.
Well, anyway, I will say, young men, I like this. I like that you're pulling your pants up. I like that you're putting belts on, even if it had to come full circle, because before it was
Mhm.
a lot of, hey, pull your pants up. I found myself like, excuse me, sir, like your pants are full.
True.
I remember I would just, your pants. And the dude's like, oh, my bad, pull up their pants. I found a nice way to like pull your pants up. Like,
True.
I don't want to, I'm sick of seeing boxers.
True.
I'm
Mhm.
sick of it. So this
I
is good.
agree. I agree. So this is good. Yes, it is
This
good.
is very good. Yes. So
Mhm.
yes, keep going. Quarter zips and matchas. I love it. It's cute.
Yes.
So 50 Cent, he has threatened.
Well,
So okay,
anytime we
so
say 50 Cent, I have to laugh. I don't know why.
because 50 Cent, they say like, you want to know how petty I'm gonna be? And then it's like, show me a picture of 50 Cent. That's how petty I'm gonna be. So
Mhm.
50 is known to be the troll of 2025
World.
and so on. He's a troll under the bridge. It comes to trolling, he's a troll.
Mhm.
He's leprechauning. But
But is he really, this me defending. Is he really a troll under the bridge? Cuz I'm going to go back to How to Rob like before that. And remember this is
oh yeah,
50 before he was shot 9 times
when he was
and the
hungry.
whole thing like there was a time when everybody was against 50, when they called him Booby and he
Booby.
had a lot of I don't know, it's like enemies but like haters. So there's a little bit of satisfaction in watching him get back and be petty because for a while he was very much, put on the outskirts of the industry. Like he was treated a certain way.
Yes, I mean, just for the fact that he said he was going to buy out Ja Rule's concert and be the only one sitting
And he
there,
did, and he was the only one sitting there.
that was so funny to me. And then to know that, was it Farrakhan? Anyway, they tried to have a meeting and 50 was like, nah. And Ja Rule was like, I was okay. Well, like, hey, man, let's squash the beef, whatever. He was like, and 50 didn't show.
I love it.
50
Oh
didn't show up. But anyway, so Mano, Fabulous, Jim Jones, and Dave East, they have a podcast, and apparently, 50 Cent had said that they're squatters because they're not paying the rent for the space that they're using for this podcast.
he added Fabulous to it too. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
oh,
Fabulous is on there too. They're not
Fab.
paying the rent, so they're
They need to
squatters.
just go
So
to Fab's house and do it.
he
Just
said,
stop.
right?
Stop.
He said, I'll buy the studio.
And the podcast. So the guy that I guess owns the building where they shoot the podcast
Uh huh.
called 50 or called 50's people and was like, I'll sell you the building and the podcast because he owes me all this. Because Jim Jones, they owe all this money. Oh man.
I hope that's
The
not true.
petty, the petty, the
I
petty.
wonder sometimes like who is 50 friends with? Like who is somebody like, yo, that is my homie? Like who is
Well,
he
I
friends with?
will say, I was telling you that I saw an interview and it was 50 Cent and Cameron who were able to
Yeah.
squash their beef. But the way that you got to watch it. I'm not even going to get
It was
into it. You got to
recent?
watch it. So I would think that they are friends. At this point, they are.
Okay.
So he do. I mean, he seemed like he has a friend in Cameron.
Like, okay, no, but then wasn't who was it? Oh no, that was who was it where he went to his son and took and got money and he was like
Dame Dash. So
that was
50
Dame
went to,
Dash,
yeah.
right?
And
Got money from
oh man, let me
okay.
just say I'm so in my New York right now. I got my Willie Burgers t-shirt on. You see that?
Ooh,
You remember Willie
cute.
Burgers?
Oh, okay.
What was where was Willie Burgers was
She's on her
that
New
was
York shit.
Broadway, maybe 100 and oh, it's on my shirt. I should know. Yeah, 145th Street.
45th.
And
It
they
was
had one on 125th Street, but I don't
45th.
remember that one.
Yeah. 145. 145th. 145th.
Yep, you get that Willie burger. That's when I was eating beef. But yeah, shout
Good
out
old
to
greasy
the
burger.
infamous, famous Willie burgers.
Oh, cute. I like that.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm always side with 50.
I can tell. She's like, you know what? He's getting his satisfaction. Those fucking haters. I'm like, who's
Yeah,
his
I don't
friend?
know. Just and you would think like learn the way. Like he's showing the way. If you cross him in a way, I mean he's probably not gonna let it go. That turn the other cheek is that's not a 50 thing. So knowing what you know, knowing what we know, just come correct and don't cross the man. That's all.
Oh, well, sound like a Scorpio to me, but he's not.
He a Gemini though. He got them two sides. So you playing two games. You got two sides. So
Oh,
just
Jesus.
don't cross either one. That's all.
Boy. Whew.
Yeah.
Whew. boy, it's making me tired just thinking about it. But yeah, he's on his shit though. So that's one thing you can't deny him. Like there's a meme that says, out of all my enemies, nobody's driving a Rolls Royce. Huh. Poor enemies. Like I don't even got no rich enemies.
Who said that?
It's a meme.
Oh,
It was a meme that made me laugh.
no,
Like
50 posted that.
out of all my enemies, ain't none of y'all got a Rolls Royce. Like so.
My poor enemies.
I thought that was funny. Just a little chuckle.
That was funny.
I was like, oh,
All
that's
right. Moving on. So, yeah, rest well to Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Reiner. They were found stabbed to death in their LA home last week. And their son, Nick Reiner, has been arrested and charged with their murders. So, oh, man, let me just, I'm going to show my age, but Rob Reiner played on Archie Bunker, the show, right?
uh-huh.
And I remember watching that show with our grandparents, with my ninny and my granddaddy, and
Mhm.
that show was on for so long. So it was Archie Bunker and his wife, Edith,
Uh-huh.
right?
Archie.
Oh, Archie, oh,
Mhm.
Archie.
Mhm.
But they had a daughter, Gloria, and they were in Astoria, Queens. They lived in Queens, and the Jeffersons lived next to them before the Jeffersons moved on up to the east side, right? So Gloria, they had a daughter, Gloria, on the show, and Gloria married Michael, and Michael, which
Jefferson.
was played by Rob Reiner,
Uh-huh.
and Archie Bunker used to call him Meathead because
Oh.
that was his son-in-law. They didn't get along, and Michael was best friends with the Jefferson son. They had a son, Lionel. Lionel, remember?
Uh-huh. Yep.
And they lived next door, and Michael, so that was Rob Reiner's character, and Jefferson's son. They was best friends. So I grew up watching that show as a little girl, and watching Rob Reiner play the son-in-law on that show, and he would Archie Bunker would just lay into him, he would get it, and then Rob Reiner went on to made Stand By Me,
State.
and that was, man, that was a movie I had on VHS. I recorded and I watched Stand By Me with River Phoenix and Corey. It was one
Hey,
of the Corys, Corey
Feldman.
Feldman.
Mhm.
Corey Haim wasn't in it. Corey Feldman.
Feldman. Mm.
And what's the one that I like him now, but I can't think of his name. But he was the fat kid in Stand By Me.
Yes.
Jerry O'Connell.
Mhm.
So Rob Reiner was actually the one who directed that Stand By Me. There was a couple other movies that he's done. So this is such a tragedy, because one of the things that I always say is, when I was looking at this, is they had three children together. Nick, I believe, was the son, and he had obviously was battling addiction. They said he did 18 different rehabs, stints in rehab, was on and off drugs. If you look at the pictures of this son, the one that is alleged to have killed him, you can see where the light left his eyes. You could see where the spirit left him. It's always in the eyes. And there's pictures, and I'm like, because he a dashing looking young man, but obviously had a lot of mental difficulties, mental issues. But at some point, the soul just left, and you could see it in the pictures. So
Yeah, I do see it.
very, very sad. Very, very sad.
Yeah, that's just like one of those, like, oh, the holidays, and just, just to hear some of this tragic news. And I just first it was, oh, did you hear that there was bodies found in their home? Then a couple hours later, as it was them, it was reported, and oh, just very sad. So rest well, and woo. Yeah, Rob Reiner definitely left his mark, because I will say I do remember watching the Archie Bunker, and
Archie,
they were
oh
between
Archie.
the Jeffersons and Archie. I just remember they were like racist. They didn't like each other, but they knew how to be neighbors. And it was the term
Mhm.
hunky was used, you know,
Yep, and
and
Cracker.
he would
Mhm.
call him that. And then,
You could never do that on TV now, but
no,
that's how, but they were friends.
Archie had his, Blackie, and he had his terms for, George too. And that was their, way, but that was TV. Like, this is how they really talk. So we're gonna let you know how they
Yep,
talk in their living room. We're gonna let
yep.
you know how they
Rob
talk in
Reiner,
the living room.
he was from the Bronx,
Yeah.
and that you can always hear that never left,
Oh, he taught. Yeah, he did.
and
He had a
he
strong
always talked like,
Pop. He called him Pop. Then he called him
"I'm
Pop.
the Bronx."
Pop. Pop. Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep. Yeah, he called that Pop. I remember that.
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah.
And I think
So
and Stand By Me, I'm sorry, was so good. I'm just looking at Stranger Things, And I know that the group of friends from Stranger Things, like, was very much
Definitely pulled,
influenced by
yes,
Stand By Me.
absolutely, yep.
The
He also did
dynamic.
The Princess Bride. Remember The Princess
Oh, The
Bride?
Princess Bride was so funny. That was a good
Mhm.
one. Okay.
Yep. Man.
He definitely left his mark. Look at that, classic.
And
So,
he was all when you look at pictures of him, he was always smiling. He
yeah.
always looked happy.
Yeah, he reminds
Rob
me of
Reiner. And
Rock
his
Hudson.
father was Carl Reiner, which he was a comedian
Mhm.
also. So, he came from a line of filmmakers and comedy, and man, you never know what people are struggling with, in their families. And this was something that, I mean, we could say so much about it with his son. It sounds like he even made a movie about it because he tried to help his son with his issues with the drugs and just being a father.
Yeah.
And I think that's what people in their circle knew them for. And it was so sad because they said Billy Crystal was at the home when they found the bodies. And Billy Crystal goes way back because he was on All in the Family. He was one of Mike's, Rob Reiner's characters, one of his friends
Yeah.
on the show. So that was just, oh, so sad.
That is sad.
Yeah. So they said the son could he could face the death penalty in
Whew.
California.
He's clearly not well, but that's really sad.
Hmm.
So, I wish.
All
I
right.
know you have to transition into the woke, but I wish there was something else, juicy and ratchet to pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
It is. But if you laughed or you learned or side eyed somebody today, please follow That's What I'm Saying in your podcast app and turn on automatic downloads. It's free and it helps us keep making the show. And if you want to be a sponsor, you want to be a guest on the show, or you have a question for the Weekend Z Report, just go to the link tree, download, or just send a message, send a voicemail, send an email. Or I think you can go to the link tree and you can send us a voicemail. It's dope.
Okay.
Do it.
All right.
Do it. Do it.
All
Mhm.
right. Also, follow us on Instagram, y'all, at TwistPod,
Mhm.
TWISPOD. It's an acronym for That's What I'm Saying. Check out our link tree at linktree slash TwistPod. And if you want to keep up to date on all my upcoming comedy shows, as well as our podcasts and TV events, go to my website, chatarakcurry.com. As always, we appreciate y'all for joining us. Until next time, stay healthy, stay well.